ratio, where there's more omega-6. Let's say that you raise a cow from young cow to full-grown steer where you can kill it in about 13 months. I know it used to take 5 or 6 years, but now we can do it really fast by feeding them garbage, and you keep them alive by giving them antibiotics, and it's a sick, disgusted animal, and he has a huge omega-6 to 3 ratio, so it's a poisonous meat. Americans' diet is typically 20 to 1. Wait a second. Healthy diets are 1 to 1 ratio, omega-3 to omega-6. You got 1 omega-6, 1 omega-3. That's healthy. Disease starts at 6 to 1. 6 omega-6 to 1 omega-3. Americans' typical diet, okay, is 20 to 1. Now, so we already know that if you have the standard American diet, you're really sick. Now here's where Larry, Curly, and Mo come in. They see multiple symptoms from this nutrition-devoid diet, and then they give medications to make a blood test come out right, and they expect you to be healthy? No. Omega-6, corn oil, soy, forget soy products, canola oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, those are crazy, toxic, and poisonous. You'll see on the back here, healthy, actual food. And I did something that the Fraud and Deception Association won't allow. Okay, see, now I can pull up studies like the Annals of Internal Medicine, 125,000 workers. They found out that if they ate 1 serving of fruit, it protected them from heart attack and protected them from type 2 diabetes. I could show you the study, but I can't say that if you eat broccoli, it'll protect you from cancer, even though it will. I can't show you this list of foods and say, this is really good and healthy for you, okay? That it will reverse disease. But I can show you this study of the American Journal of Epidemiology that said that flavonoids found in nutritious actually heal arteries. Is that cool? But I can't sell you broccoli and say, look, it's good for arteries. I know, it's backwards. Now, chlorella. Fantastic. You might have heard of a small incident in Japan. Okay, yeah, you know, it's 1,000 times worse than Chernobyl, you know. But understand, all radiation does, okay, is it breaks down cells faster. Okay, remember, the whole health of your body is oxidation. If you break down cells faster than you build them, you have disease and death. If you build up cells faster than you break them down, you have health. Okay? So what do you do for massive exposure of radiation? You build cells. Chlorella, fantastic. It's antioxidants. There's a lot of superfoods. Spirulina is fantastic. But do everything you can to build your cells faster. Does that make sense? Yeah, don't take the iodine, potassium iodine. It's toxic. It's toxic to your system. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Ask your doctor if this is right for you. You absolutely can. You can ask your doctor if it's right for you if he's had training. If he's trained by the pharmaceutical industry and he's a disease management person, he's not a real doctor. You know, I mean, there's really brilliant doctors. Gabriel Cousens wrote the book Cure for Diabetes. Julian Whitaker wrote the book Cure for Heart Disease. They're not pussyfooting around. These guys are real, bold, aggressive doctors. Then there's the other ones. They're not. Okay, ask your doctor if it's right for you if he has consistent training. That's why I have this article. Isn't this cool? Wasn't that a good lead-in? This sheet with a bunch of words on it to talk to the doctors that aren't that good. Okay? The good ones already know that if you're taking a blood thinner, you should be on dark green leafy vegetables. The ones that don't have training in nutrition may say, oh good gosh, stay away from that green vegetable, it's involved in blood clotting. Yeah, Robin, a lot of vegetarians die of strokes and heart attacks from blood clots? Don't think so. Okay, so this helps you communicate with the guy that says you need blood thinners. And sometimes if you've had a mechanical valve put in or you have some type of metal piece in your body that's holding your body together, you may have increased blood clotting. This will help you communicate to the doctors that don't study nutrition. This will fight and prevent cancer, according to the journal articles. But remember, phytonutrients, get them. It has to be raw. Okay? 80% of your diet has to be raw. How do you get raw broccoli? Well, it's hard to chew it. Juice it. Okay? Studies find out if you lightly steam it, lightly saute it, you can release 5 times the amount of iron. Tomatoes, if you slightly heat them up, you release more of the enzymes, the phytonutrients. Juicing it is also a fantastic way. So whatever diet you choose, it has to be at least 60 to 80% raw. 100% raw would be okay too. Blueberries, guaranteed to lower cholesterol. Side effect is health. I know, isn't that cool? Okay, but think about it. It should be a variety. Okay, so get for color. The more colors you got on the plate, the more phytonutrients. Because each color means that it's been exposed to different pathogens, the more energy and the more intelligence that you get in your body. And this is, talk about an intelligent design. Oh my gosh, that berry's been around a long time. How to prepare it to preserve the enzymes. I don't know if you've seen some of the restaurants around here. It's like the restaurant in Little Sagat called 118. That means they don't heat their food up beyond 118 degrees. No microwave cooking, that's only for hot packs. Okay, and you don't want to be around it when it's going off. Heat food slow and cold. Raw dairy is good for you. Okay, it absolutely is, but in California you have to watch it. Raw meats, if you're going to eat it, if you're going to eat meat, it needs to be from a healthy animal. Sushi is going to be really hard to get healthy and raw. I mean, there's a list of some foods that are good, but typically if a fish is eating other fish, its mercury content's higher. Remember we talked about radiation coming down? It's hitting the ocean, fish are eating it, pesticides, okay, fish are not a really safe meat. Dried meats, if it's a healthy animal, and this is not a staple at every meal. Okay, this is rare. Soaked grains. This is called sprouting. See, on every seed that you eat, every seed has a coating on it so it won't start to grow. That coating inhibits life. Okay, it's actually a life inhibitor, a cell inhibitor. So you don't want to take a lot of these grains in. This is why a lot of diseases are associated with high grain intake. So wheat products, breads, cereals, pastas, those are not good for you. And this is why. Because the grain itself actually has a coating on it. And juicing is vital. Does that make sense so far? Good. Here's a sweet gal, Carol, 77 years old, on blood pressure drugs, and you could see massive turning there. She stopped them. I don't know how long, I think she was on them for years. Okay, yeah, she stopped them after 45 days of care. But wait a second, remember we're talking about health? What does a blood pressure drug do? Does that increase oxygen or does it slow oxygen down?
Slows down.
So she chose to go against Larry, Curly, and Moe, okay, and actually respect her body and choose health. Fibromyalgia, okay, you can see that x-ray there, horrible. These people are suffering. What do you take for pain? Pain reliever, muscle relaxant, anti-inflammatory, antacids, sleep medications, okay? All of those things for 6 years. 90 days later, because fibromyalgia is supposed to be incurable, right? 90 days later, she's cured of fibromyalgia and totally drug-free. Did that help her enzymatic response? Did that help her body repair and tissue? Yes or yes? Yeah. See, all medications slow or stop a metabolic process.
What are we supposed to see in that?
If you stood on the front, you'd see that one's curved.
Oh, the spine?
You can see this one's curved, this one's straight. Okay, good. If I turn this way, sit like this and you'll say, ow. Okay? And that's the tough part because people aren't identifying that the nervous system controls it. They're not approaching human beings with a respect, with an awe, that this body is brilliant. Does that make sense? Okay, good. This is a reversal of the curve in the neck. The neck's supposed to curve in front. What would you do if you had 20 years of headaches? I know stepping in front of a bus would be one choice, okay? But depression, anxiety, just fatigue, everything. And every medication slows or stops a metabolic process. Does this mean that every medication slows your body's ability to reproduce itself? Yes or yes? I know, it's a Larry, Curly, and Moe medical system. Yeah, we changed that. Within 2 weeks, she was headache-free, and then we get it normal. I know. Again, this is how health is, because I'm turning you guys all into normal doctors Physician, heal thyself. By gosh, that's the only way you're going to do it in this society. Okay? You find a problem, you respect yourself, those symptoms are there for a reason, and you fix it. Does that make more sense? Does to me too. Dave, 53 years old, high blood pressure. All he said was he was in a lot of football traumas, okay, when he was a teenager. Multiple years of being built like this, his heart had to work harder, he was under pain. How many drugs did he take? God knows. 90 days later, he's cured of high blood pressure and depression, right? Can you see this? Nervous system, respect the body. Anything you put in your body is going to make it healthier or sicker. Drugs are dangerous. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does to me too. Ah, good.